Hey guys, well, I'm down here in North Carolina. Had to come down here on some business, and I figured while I'm down here at my buddy's house, he's got my Speedmaster. I figured I'd take a Speedmaster out and do a little review on the DNK tune for the Speedmaster, because I was so happy with the tune on the Scrambler. I figured, what the heck, I'm down here. I emailed them, purchased another tune, and boy, I tell you, what a difference. I mean, the Scrambler made a big difference, and the Scrambler is faster. But the DNK tune for this is, I think it's more dramatic. RPM, the rev limiter was set to 72, the factory rev limiter is 62, but it pretty much runs out of steam about 58. And now it goes right up to 72. 68 seems like the sweet spot. It's just a total different bike. The Scrambler, I love. It's more horsepower, more torque, lighter. This weighs 580 pounds. The Scrambler, I'm guessing, weighs 490. So Scrambler's a much faster bike. Well, it's a faster bike, but this bike is my cruiser, my bar hopper, and I'm really impressed with the performance of this bike. So, guys, I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just going to kind of cruise the back roads here. But I wanted to give you guys a review on the DNK tune for a 2018 Speedmaster. It's really easy, guys. If you guys can operate a computer, you can do it yourself. It takes all about 5 minutes to upload it. All you need is an Android device, a Bluetooth device, so it communicates with your phone, and which is about $40, $50, and it's Tune ECU, which is the app that uploads the tune, which takes about 5 minutes. It takes you longer to hook up the battery charger, pop the covers off, take the fuse out, and plug it in than it does the tune itself. So I know you guys can do it. Oh, there's a couple of goats out there. Wow, got to drive slow around here. Later on, I'll give you because the only thing I have done to this bike, I wanted to jump around here a little bit, is a Tech X pipe. That's it. That's all I have. It has the Vance and high mufflers, but those are factory options. I don't really consider them. I don't really consider them a performance upgrade. Oh, also, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, so I just have the Tech X pipe. That's all I had, and they gave me the tune accordingly. As far as low speed, the fueling and everything, it's dramatically improved, and I don't have to run the booster plug. I removed the booster plug, so there's no booster plug in here. And the power is it's just nice. It's always had good low end power, but it doesn't fall off now. It falls off about 6,800, and it's just a different bike. Just the DNK tune is just a different bike. Guys, I think I said this in my last video. I'm not getting paid. I have to pay full price. They don't ask me to do this or nothing. I don't even know those people. I think they just moved out west. It took a while to get my tune, but their customer service was pretty good. She answered in personal, said, we'll get right on it. I wound up getting the tune at night, which was great. So, I'm happy with the customer service. And they seem to know that these Triumphs. And so any of you guys on the fence with a Speedmaster, you're looking for a little bit more pep. You still got the great torque, but now you got another 1,000 RPM, usable RPM at the other end. So it's a no-brainer. Now this is a 2018 model, so the warranty is done. I got about 11,000 miles on the bike, and so I figured it's perfect. I do everything myself, so it's not a big deal. And as far as expense, it's $212 for the tune. $50-$60 for the OBD2 connector, the Bluetooth connector, and then I think it's $12 for the app. But I've had those other things besides the tune for a while because I want to do my own service, and I can check codes and I can get rid of the service wrench and all that kind of crap. So it's a good investment to have if your bike is a couple years old, or even if it's new, just so you don't have to deal with the service department if you don't want to. This bike is so easy to service. I did oil change, it's just a piece of cake, and the intervals are 10,000 miles, so it's not a lot. So my next big service is going to be doing the valves, and I'll do that myself. It's not a big deal. But all right, so I guess that's trying to think about the tune more. I'm going to talk more about the Speedmaster in a bit, but I want to tell you there's nice roads around here. Lots of little cemeteries, though. I don't understand that in North Carolina. They just pop up everywhere out of the blue. So, but it's just so nice. There's no cars on the road. It's a Saturday afternoon, North Carolina, with no gas. I mean, I filled up my tank, so I'm good for 140-50 miles. But the gas shortage has given us a little problem down here. You can get it, but it's hard to find. So it's starting to lighten up. I hear the station's starting to get fuel, so it'll be pretty cool. So that I don't have to worry about getting back home, because I can't go until I get. Mine's about a 450-mile ride, and my truck will only go about that. So I would just make it with a full tank of gas. So, but all right, back to the DNK tune. It's positive. There's no negative on this tune at all. I don't see any issues with it. You guys are going to love the power if you have a bobber or a Speedmaster, because the motors are identical, the performance is identical. It's just the look and the rear seat, the seat with the fender in the back is different, a little different, but otherwise the bikes are pretty much identical. So I got a tech pipe, X pipe with my Vance & Hines slip-ons, and it sounds great. I'm going to give you guys I don't know, I'm sure you guys have heard older videos, but guys that don't want to look at the old videos, I'll pull over and I'll throw a quick video on the sound and give you, so you can hear it. But
I just wanted to let you guys hear the bike. I don't know if you guys have heard the bike, but maybe in some old videos, but it sounds really good. But let's walk over here. You have to pull in the clutch for these Triumphs. So let's get on. Key on. Clutch in. Clutch out. So that's it at an idle. That's it, guys.
But I put a quick shifter in it, and because I like the quick shifter so much in my Scrambler, and not that this bike really needs it, but I just like it. And see if I can get some performance that is with the third gear, second gear, about 3,000 RPM. Just goes right to 65 with no problem. I mean, it's pretty. So I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the on my mic, on my just the sound, blah 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 blah. But maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys can pick up the sound through my mic. I have it through my headset, but it just sounds so good. Everything just sounds so good. So yeah, I have no issues. I have no idea where I'm going. One thing I noticed down here, people drive, not on these roads, but they drive very aggressive when you get on a main road that's got traffic on it. Extremely aggressive. Everybody's on your ass, whether you got a motorcycle or a truck, it doesn't matter. They're just like, just on you. Even when the speed zones drop down to 35 or whatever, they're just on your ass. But okay, again, back to the DNK tune. That's what I'm sure you guys tuned in for. You guys are gonna love it. Like I said with the Scrambler, if you're on the fence, don't be on the fence. You guys are gonna absolutely love this tune. Low speed fueling is excellent. Like I said, throttle response is excellent. With this bike, it's in any gear, it's really good. But the throttle response is really good, and Now you can just bring it up to 65, 68. I mean, I brought it to 7,000, but it doesn't seem like it has too much power up there. I think 68 is the max if you want to, you know, if you're, you know, getting on it, drag racing somebody or whatever, roll racing somebody. 68 RPM it seems like the hot ticket for the shifts. And let's see what we got here. The guy's going to shoot out in front of me, or is he going to... Yeah, this bike, you know, it's a cruiser bike, but it handles so well. All right, it doesn't handle... I got a little bit of turn coming up here, but just, you're not afraid to hit the turns. Doesn't have the clearance, so, you know, it scrapes the brakes pretty easily. But yeah, so that's it for the tune, guys. Go for it if you're, like I said, you're on the fence. You got to go for this tune. It just wakes this bike up. I know the Scrambler has lighter internals, so it spins up faster, makes a little more horsepower, a little more torque, and you know, this is kind of you know, and it's a heavier bike, so you're not going to have that type of performance, but you're going to have more performance than you would expect with this type of bike. I don't know if the cams are any different. Cams might be different between the Scrambler, because the Scrambler I think is like the same as the engines of Truxton, but you guys will definitely be happy. So let's talk a little bit more about the bike itself. It doesn't handle like my GS, it doesn't handle like my Scrambler, but it's real comfortable. And wind protection on this bike is surprisingly good with just the dark fly screen. Now the dark fly screen was the Marlin fly screen. The Marlin fly screen on my Scrambler, it's only really good for my chest, but I sit a lot higher. This bike I sit more in the bike. And so the wind protection on the Scrambler is not as good. This is really comfortable at 70 miles an hour. You know, it doesn't have the comfortable suspension when you hit a hard bump. That's the only drawback of this bike. It's only got like 2.7 or 2.8 inches of suspension travel with a single shock. They say if you go with a Hagen or aftermarket shock, it helps dramatically, which I'm probably going to do. But it's not... You know, the Scrambler rides better, handles a little better, but you do feel the wind. You do feel the wind more with the Scrambler. Where on this, even though it's naked, just like the Scrambler, this screen here, it just put you in a nice. Right here is a little calm. I feel a little on the shoulders. The air is very smooth over my helmet, and so I just like this for a long cruise. It's not a bad bike. I got a Corbin seat on it, which, what I've said before, is a firm seat, but it's comfortable. It really fits me good, and I'm very comfortable. I don't like the factory seat, even though it's softer. This one is comfortable for me. And then I changed the bars. I don't have the beach bars that come back here, which I talked about. I like the bars like this because it's just a comfortable position. I don't like the forward pegs. I got the forward pegs on here because I had the floorboards on here. But the floorboards, I was transporting the bike tipped over, I broke one of the floorboards. But the floorboards enable me to put my feet back here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but I could put my tips on the end of the floorboard towards the back, and I like that position. I could go with the mid controls, but I like the heel shifter, believe it or not. So I'm probably gonna, I can replace the board for like $130, or I can buy mid controls for $425. So whatever. I'm probably going to go with my floorboards again. I'm not crazy about the look, but I like to move my feet around, and it's very, it's cool to move my feet around. So that's what, you know, that's probably what I'm going to do, or whatever. But otherwise, it's a comfortable cruiser. I tell you, of all the, you know, the 4 bikes I have now, the Kawasaki, I love the Kawasaki. We just finished that. And my GS is my favorite bike, but my favorite bike to look at is this bike. I just love this bike. I know I said this about the Scrambler, but I just love this bike. I don't see myself ever getting rid of this bike. It sounds great. It looks great. And I still don't know where the hell I'm going. I don't know what road this is, but this is a main road. I don't want to be... Oh, that looks nice. Let's go that way. That looks Nice and curvy. I wish I had my GS. Yeah, so, sorry guys for the interruption. I'm just trying to get my bearings where I'm at. Oh man, this is just so nice. Another cemetery just out of nowhere. This is just so nice. It's a beautiful day, guys. It's 70 degrees, even though there's no gas down in Florida. I mean, down in North Carolina here. We're still having fun because I can get about 140 miles out of the tank and, well, a good solid 100 before I start worrying. Begin 35,000 feet ahead, so we're going through somebody's neighborhood. Yeah, so the bike is just, this bike, the Speedmaster, all the guys that I'm talking to, you know, I was honored that some of the guys on YouTube that have big YouTube channels came by and gave me a thumbs up on the Speedmaster. And, you know, because my channel's so small, and like I've told you guys before, I don't really care because, I mean, it'd be nice to get bigger, but it's not a big deal. You know, I just do this because it's kind of my personal diary, so I can go back and look at it. And when I'm old and I can't, well, I'm old now, but I can't ride or anything, I could just laugh at myself. So that's pretty much why it's kind of just a diary for me. Captain Rambunctious made a comment, which I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And his Speedmaster is really decked out nice. I put the bar end mirrors on mine because the mirrors over here I like the way they look, but they were useless. The bar end mirrors look great. He's got the ones that are sticking out to the side. Which way should we go? Which way should we go? Let's go this way. And so he's got his nice. I think he's got the brown quilted seat. I'm not sure, which is cool. And he's got the painted tank, which is cool. And he's got the mid control. He's a big dude, but he loves the mid controls. And you know, I'm sure he's been on a lot more bikes than I have, but he's a blast to watch. He's got some funny videos. Yeah, this bike I just think is cool. It's not the fastest, but I think it's just cool looking. It would kind of, it's like a Sportster size, you know, Harley Sportster, but it's so much. I think, sorry Harley guys, I think it's just the quality and the style and everything is just, and the handling. I just think it's better, but it's just a personal opinion. So, okay, I shouldn't have gone down this road because it's oh, okay. What do we got here? Little convenience store. Oh, fuel station with fuel. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna go back out that way. Make a right over here. Yeah. So, what else can we talk about the bike? I don't want to make the video too short. 64. I don't want to go to 64. No turn on red. Okay, so I got a chance to get my bearings. No turn on red. Got my blinker on. Just got my blinker on. And yeah. Well, that station's open. I don't need fuel, so. But just to know, come out here with my truck. Hopefully, you know, I'm planning to go home next week. Yeah, station's open with no line. Wow, good. So I got to remember this. Wendell and Selma Road. DNK2, absolutely guys, you got to go for it. If you're looking for a night, and these bikes are, I mean, they haven't changed the bike. The 2021s are the same, everything's the same, but, you know, little different paint schemes. But if you find one for a good price, this is a cool bike just to hop around. If you just want a hop around bike and you don't want to get on your big Harley Cruiser or whatever big bike you have, or whatever, or something different, you can't go wrong with a Speedmaster. I changed mine, as you can see from a couple of videos ago. It looks nothing like a regular Speedmaster because I didn't like the big emblem and everything. It was too retro for me, I said. And I put the different lights on it from the, you know, like they come on the, these are optional from the accessories. You'll see them on the Rocket 3 and stuff like that, and the tail lights and all like that, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I just did it to my tastes. But I seen one guy, he did it beautiful. He put white walls on it. He left the little chrome bits here and there, which was kind of cool. And it looked beautiful, just beautiful. I think it's more of a solo bike. I don't think it's really a whatchamacallit, Oh, I like this turn. I don't think it's a, you know, to put a passenger on it. I left the seat back on it. You know, when I get the bike back for good, I'm going to put my finishing kit back on it. I don't put anybody in the back of this. This seat in the back, I got my arm on this. Is a torture seat. I wouldn't want anybody on that back seat. They make a comfort seat, but I don't know if it's any better. I don't really consider this a bike for a passenger. But, you know, some people might, you know, because it's a small bike, relatively speaking. You know, you can easily flat-foot this bike. It's just a comfortable bike. It just, you don't feel hunched over or anything. Even with my different bars, I'm not hunched over, you know. And like I said, the wind protection is surprisingly good. So, all right, guys, I guess that's it. I'll give you a whatchamacallit. Maybe I could do a first gear roll someplace and go through the gears and hit them right, so you can hear the quick shifter and the power. So this is a straight run, it looks like. Let's see if we can do this here. Neighbor's not going to like me, but so this is 25 miles an hour. I missed that one. I guess I have to adjust the shifter. You can adjust it through your app. You really got to hit the things hard, but it's not a big deal. I was 65, but I think it kind of broke the tires loose in first gear a little bit. But I'll try to get another one so I can hit all the gears. But you know, 1, 2, 3, that's all you need, and you're up at, you know, you're at 90 already. So we'll have another video with the GS. Andrew, I didn't forget about you. I'm gonna have a 10,000-mile review on the GS. I just happened to have to go out of town, and figured while I was down here, might as well take the Speedmaster for a ride. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I'm all over the place, yelling, screaming. Not the best interviewer, but interviewer. See, not the best reviewer, but kind of just whatever's on my mind I talk about, and I know I jump everywhere, but whatever. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'm out of here.